G'day guys, Steve with Broken Sprocket. In this video, we're going to go four-wheel driving in my dad's GQ Nissan Patrol. So, let's get started.
Okay, we're looking at a 1991 Nissan Patrol GQ. It has a bull bar, winch, custom grille, that's mint. It's got a 2-inch suspension lift running 32-inch mud terrain tyres, custom one-of-a-kind paint job, immaculate interior kept very well presented, custom console in the rear, and a really big sunroof, custom seating, bodgy looking roll cage, huge spotlight on the roof for hunting feral pigs, and a massive bonnet scoop for extra horsepower, easily an extra 100 horsepower. Okay, so we're on a 6,000 acre farm and we're heading towards that huge hill off in the distance, which doesn't look like much of a hill from here, but it is actually a very big hill. Firstly, we need to get past the cattle that's decided to just lay on the middle of the road. We are now on the section of the property that we call backcountry. The backcountry has got no livestock on it, and it's about 2,000 acres of untouched wilderness and just bush trails and beat 'em up trails that we just use up here to go four-wheel driving. We also ride our dirt bikes and stuff like that up in this backcountry section. The backcountry section of the property is about 2,000 acres and it consists of the huge mountain range. It also has a lot of feral pigs which we hunt regularly. Because we're the only ones that actually use this backcountry as our private playground, the trails always become overgrown again each year. And that's because we live 9 hours away from the farm, so we only come up here now and again, and it's always overgrown and we have to basically re-find the trails again. Most of the backcountry is basically granite rock and these ugly little pine trees that just pop up everywhere.
Rev it.
Alright, miss this log. Go down that way more. Go back. Come over this way more. Hug them trees.
I always find four-wheel drives are much more capable when you don't care about the paint job. Every time it rains, this section of trail gets washed away and we have to rebuild it every single time.
Track's rough as guts.
We are about halfway up the mountain at this stage. This is the last steep climb and we're at the top.
You can see from this section of the hill, even though it's not at the very top, it's an extremely good view from up here. And the track up is extremely steep, very shaly, loose rocks, which is very hard to find traction on. And this last section here, before you get to this little bit of a plateau here where you can turn it back around, it's very steep. And sometimes we have stalled it out here and we've had to winch it up because we couldn't restart the engine. This here's the top section of the mountain. Well, not the top, it's the highest that we've got. And we're trying to make it all the way to the very top. I haven't found a trail that can get us there yet, but we think if we can get a couple of trees down up here, we might be able to get our way finally all the way to the very top of this mountain. It starts getting very, very, very rocky with huge lumps of granite and stuff like that here. Yesterday I got to here, or a bit further along. I came up through this section here, got a couple of trees down, and I think if we can get to here, straight up through here, but we'll have to get rid of these scrappy looking trees, I believe we can get to the very top of the mountain. But it's removing the trees and climbing all of this granite rock at the same time is very difficult. So that might have to be next time we get here. We'll get all the way to the very top.
There's nowhere to turn around here, so we have to reverse all the way back.
It's steep and rocky, eh? So that's it for this video, guys. Just a little bit of what we do in my dad's GQ Nissan Patrol when he's not around and watching. So if you like this kind of thing, consider subscribing, and you can also follow Broken Sprocket on Instagram. See you next time.